Yeah, hi. I apologize for calling. I just want to tell you that I'm almost there. Give me up to 3 minutes props, right? See you soon. Hello? Oh, I I hope I wasn't much of an inconvenience, but yeah, am I too early? Oh damn. I I think I overdressed for the occasion. Shall we go? Hi. Oh, yeah. Hello. Hi. I'm sorry. I apologize for taking my car somewhere far away. But hello. I thank you for the invitation. I don't really know what to do. Let's just say that something came up, and you know, hi. This is totally not just on a whim, but happy Valentine's Day. I I think I might be late. Well, it it actually depends, but I think I am late. But hey, it's the thought that counts, right? But yeah, I am not really familiar of the whims of dating, so I'm not really sure what to do, but we just need to enjoy the moment, I think. Should we just enjoy the moment? But yeah, today, I, let's just say that this is my favorite place, and this place reminded me of you. This place is just very peaceful, and I really like it. So, you love my outfit. Aw, thank you. This totally didn't took me quite a while to figure out what I was gonna wear. I am not at all excited, and you can tell that. You can tell. And I know that. Do you prefer it? It is not my usual outfit. It is comfortable. Don't worry, don't worry. It is comfortable. It is actually. It's not as comfortable. It's maybe tolerable. But you gotta give it your best. It's they say that first impressions always last. And now I'm here. You all actually know whenever that you went to a new place with someone, you always you always have that memory. Well, I guess for me, whenever I go anywhere, I don't. Yeah, thank you for accompanying me today. I greatly appreciate it. I was lonely. That's sad. Yeah, I was kind of lonely. It is quite sad, but I mean you're here, and isn't that nice enough? I think it is. Ah, I'm nervous. I am not usually the one to go and be like, oh no. But I am not really the one to stutter on my way. Today, woo. But yeah, today I brought you here. It's basically thank goodness our neighborhoods are near together, right? I think it just took me. Don't worry, don't worry. You're not a bad guy. It's just it took me about less than 5 minutes to get to your home and you know fetch you. Uh, but yeah, how was your day? Or let's say, how's your day? How you doing? Today is a very exciting day for me. I get to spend time with you lot. And this is heads up this. I mean, we do usually spend the time together online, but it's just not the same. Sometimes, maybe, maybe we do spend a lot of time together, but if it's not feel the same if we're not actually together. Maybe I'm just rambling to myself. But yeah, today I'm actually kind of bad today. Be proud of me. Before I went to fetch you, I actually got some food. I do apologize for. I mean, if you're planning to take me out on dinner, then maybe we can, or I can just have a light meal. It's such a place if I'm accompanying you, so I apologize. My appetite doesn't really go off far. But yeah, I got some coffee for today. I'm so excited. I barely slept a wink. It's nice though. The air is kinda cold since it is in February, right? Yeah. How many much Februarys have passed? And yeah, I guess that this February is gonna be my favorite from now on. I I mean Valentine's Day is such a ruse, but we gotta take care of the discounts, okay? It's the discounts that count. I guess that yeah, I should probably tell you where we're going, okay? We're actually going into a cafe restaurant, a bar. I don't know how you call it. We're actually going to go there, and we're gonna get some light snack, if that's fine, and maybe we can go for a night drive. Don't worry, I did got my license, okay? I'm not gonna put us in danger. Believe me. At the end of your school today, you requested a song. And it chose Rickroll. No! I'm not gonna lie, Rick. Which song is that? Wait, I have forgotten which is the title of the song. It is Never Gonna Give You Up, right? By Rick Astley, I believe. It's a very nice song though. You can call me old fashioned, but it is one of my childhood songs. So yeah, not really childhood, more of like angsty songs. Whenever, yeah, it's oh my, the years certainly had been passing. I know that I used to listen to that song when I was in high school. Like, yeah, it's a very nice song though. Where did Rickroll came from? Just anyone just will be like, ah, you don't know put channel planner on your Discord server. Oh, what do you mean channel planner? Like the one on your profile? You usually can't do that without any nitro, I believe. I feel like such a boomer. I'm so sorry. I am not as familiar with how technology works. It's been a while. For someone this age, uh, y'all would probably think that I'm gonna be the master of crafts and understanding new technologies, but in reality, I am just a sad boomer. Oh, the silver banner. Doesn't I believe it actually does need nitro. I would like to take out my phone, but it would be kind of inappropriate and rude of me, right? But there, here's the thing. Since we're on a date and all, I don't really wanna look at my phone. I think it ruins the atmosphere, don't you think? It ruins the atmosphere because we've been together online. We've been meeting online, but it's not the same if, it's actually real life. uh, but yeah, I'm not gonna look at my phone. Did I forgot my phone when I was calling you and I forgot my phone in the car? Perhaps, but that's not the thing here. But I'm just very, let's say, discombobulated by the fact. Oh yeah, speaking of which, discombobulated. Have you watched any movies more recently? This, no, I'm not gonna take you to movies tonight, okay? Maybe next time if we actually have the time spare for the next date. And yes, I'm actually planning already for the next date, don't worry. But yeah, do you really fancy some movies lately? I actually rewatched some movies. I'm not really sure when, but let's just say it's not this week. This week had been kind of hectic for me. I think it's just a Monday, right? It's just a Monday and I didn't even get enough sleep. Oh, dear me. But yeah, I think this week, probably last week or last week, I have watched Coco and Luca, and I also did watch Book of Life. Me with my fascination of animated movies. I'm sorry. I really like animated movies, especially American movies that were released by 2000s. Have you all ever watched Atlantis? That's my favorite of the time. I think it came at the same time as Treasure Planet, but I'm afraid to say I actually haven't watched Treasure Planet yet, or the Cusco one, the Emperor's New Groove. I think that's the title. The Emperor's New Groove, and then there's just the memes where, for example, the llama. The llama is supposed to be dead. We all know. I haven't watched any of those like Emperor's New Groove or Cusco related clips and such, but I know the memes. I know the memes. When people say that, you can hear me in Gizmo's voice. Llama is supposed to be dead. I actually haven't watched the movie, so I don't know if that's inaccurate, but speaking of which of the movie, if we're ever gonna go on a movie date, I don't really fancy it, not gonna lie. We all just wanna go and be like, hello, we're going on a date, let's just go and watch a film in total silence for up to 3 hours. Doesn't that ruin the date at all? I'm not really sure. It's obvious that I haven't been on too many dates. Maybe you know some ideas or like a thing or two about dating. So please spare me. Not gonna lie, this is actually my first date, so I guess thank you for sharing this memory with me. I do hope that one day I'm gonna be, actually going somewhere with you and not just in a built-up world. Maybe we can go somewhere for a ride. Please believe me, I actually got my driver's license, okay? I have my car and I've been driving for like the past 3 years. Please. To be fair, some of the places are just ours, so I can really drive without any pain or the risk of being caught without a license. I haven't killed a person yet while driving, please. Yeah, driving is very nice. I do recommend it. If you ever got the time to, well, it depends on your age, but still, if you ever got the time to have a driving license, then it's very useful because with a driving license, you can go anywhere. You can go, for example, in the middle of the night, you just want to go for a stroll, but you're a fancy now, so you're gonna go for a drive. Rather than taking a walk, you're gonna go for a drive. The carbon your carbon footprints will go stonks, but you know what? It's the serotonin that goes far. And I do consider my carbon footprint. Whenever I have the free time, I actually go outside and touch some grass. No, not really. I'm not really close to any parks here. And my apartment, at least, is actually quite lonely. It's in the middle of a bustling city, but it's a good thing because whenever I want to buy something, it's just a drive away. In comparison to the countryside, I'm gonna go outside, mother. I wanna go and get some 7-Eleven sandwich, and I'm gonna walk out of our house, like literal house. Okay, I'm gonna walk out of my house for up to 3 minutes, and thus I just only reach the gate, and then it will take me like 30 minutes to go up to the 7-Eleven or the other convenience stores. It's such a pain, but still. Is that what counts? I mean, as long as we're safe, right? It is actually kind of late, so I do apologize if this isn't really going much as you expected because, it is kind of late. I guess it's in the afternoon, so yeah. Time is an illusion, you know? They say that time flies by when you're having fun, and I just go and be like, no. eh. Time flies by when you're having fun. It's because that you note those time as memories that you spent with the person. Unless you're having fun alone, then you're probably get playing a game or watching a movie or a film or anime or something. Speaking of anime, been I have watched the new Demon Slayer anime, and now I'm just sad. I actually have been reading the manga and I have finished the manga. It is also sad, but I shall not spoil it to you. I think experiencing something the first time is actually one of the best. Let's say, how do I recall or how do I say it? Experience. If you experience something for the first time, then isn't it such a blip? Because, you know, it will never happen again. It goes the same for playing games or watching a specific series. It's always the first time that you go, oh, the first time I watched this anime, then I really like it because of this and that. But then if you try to rewatch it again, you're gonna go, oh, I don't need to fret because I know what's gonna happen. And I think that kinda is ruining the experience in a sense, but at least you know what's gonna happen, right? You don't need to fret. You don't need to fret. You don't need to panic. Oh, no. Oh, we're actually close to the cafe. You wanna go outside? Yeah. Or do you wanna go inside the cafe? I do enjoy the atmosphere inside though. Let's just go inside. It's gonna be fun. Don't worry. It's it's not your typical cafe, but it's not too shabby. And yeah, let's go. Oh, this is this is this is nice. Yeah. I really like I really like being here. So I hope that you also enjoy the experience. Thank you, sis. It is Also, feel free to order anything. I didn't brought my own food. Don't worry. I just go and bring my own food. Be like, you know what? Nah, not the cafe. I actually did that once before. It's not a very proud experience, let's say. But I actually did that before. What I did was that me and my friends were going at a cafe. It's not really a cafe, it's more of like a family restaurant. They are very common in Japan. So in the family restaurant, everyone was like ordering stuff, and I just ordered some melon soda. It's my favorite beverage. I do recommend you ordering that if you fancy something new. Um, Melon soda and or sparkling green apple. Those are my two favorite beverages actually. Coffee. I actually don't really like coffee that much. It's a shock because I usually go on with a lot of coffee. I actually just enjoy coffee because of the bitter taste and how do you call it? Caffeine. Caffeine's very nice for me. The feeling of being energized for no reason in particular is very nice. Ah, I'm so sorry. I'm so nervous. It's actually the first time bringing someone here that is not my relative or like a close friend. This is my favorite place. It's a walk in the park, and then, well, at least from my area or yours area, it's just a walk in the park, and then let's say a walk in the park about like 20 minutes, depending on how fast you are walking. Yeah, and then after that, you're gonna be like, whoa, the scenery. And after the scenery, you just see this handy little cafe. You need to go take a rest, of course. Don't worry, I understand. Please don't prioritize me over yourself, okay? It's very important that you take care of yourself. Please do it for me at least. I do understand if you have errands to do. Don't worry. Yeah, it's just we need to take in the moments. As I was saying about the cafe, okay, take care. As I was saying about the cafe, it's a tiny little cafe hidden actually underneath, you know. I'm not sure if you did recognize this before. And it's, it's atmospheric because it's covered underneath by the trees. There's actually a veranda outside, but I don't really fancy going out there because I am quite afraid of heights. Not afraid, but I don't really like the feel of falling. Falling when no one is catching you. Sounds so dreadful, don't it? The- if you actually lean next to the side railings that are kind of close to the potted plant, if you lean there or you try to shake the railings, it actually goes and goes. "Ee, ee." So if that's not scary enough, I don't know what is. Oh, thank you. Do you want to have a drink or something to eat? Don't worry about me. People here really knows that I don't order much. My favorite, uh, no, there's not a thing on the menu that I really fancy as much. I do recommend you getting if you want my recommendations. I do recommend you getting either some salmon fillet with some egg mayo, egg mayo salad, salmon fillet. Like salmon steak. You can actually tell the chef here or the waiter that you want your food in a certain way, which is kind of handy. I've been a patron ever since like the first year it was built, so I know. I usually come here after school. You all know those there, right? There are some seats for the single people. Not really single people. That's just a predicament. There are seats there for, let's say, patrons who would like to dine alone. You know, the one by the near the bar, near the windows. It's there are also some in the veranda, yes, but I don't want to go in the veranda. You know, it's gonna be very windy sometimes, or maybe some of the leaves from the nearby trees will go into your food, and you won't be able to enjoy it as much. So yeah, when you go into the veranda, you know, it's kind of warm. It's kind of warm, and it does look like that. That's on the second floor. I don't really look much at the second floor. Oh, actually, there's a secret here in the cafe. If you went into the little crook in the second floor, you know, near the stairs, you're gonna think, oh, that's probably the bathroom. It actually is not going to the bathroom. There's a secret, not really secret. If you explore long enough, it's actually just a mini library, which is very enjoyable. They have a lot of books there. I forgot which one I used to read before. I think I haven't finished it yet because I don't really like going there, but it is very comfortable, you know, it's very cozy. They have bean bags there and you actually can play if you have friends. If you have friends, you can actually bring them there and you can play, for example, Monopoly, or you can play what you call that game again? Something of the generals, War of the Generals, I think. They also have Uno that you can borrow there. Yes, for free. I know because every time I go into the library there, sometimes I can see a child or two, you know, and they bring their friends up there while their parents go down here to dine and talk, and then we play games, you know, such innocence whenever cultural, really. It's very wonderful. It's very wonderful, yeah. It's it's one of my favorite thing here. You're gonna go look and you're gonna see people enjoying themselves. But yeah, sometimes I go to the library there. There's there's a specific what do you call that thing again? There's a specific nook in the library that has the bean bags. Yeah, I really like dozing off there. Don't worry. Manager son knows. Manager, I don't just sleep here like homeless. Please, manager son knows. I've been talking to manager son a little bit before. He actually is the one who told me that if I ever, would like to have some company, then I can go here in the cafe, and I mean, here we are. It's very nice, so the atmosphere is nice. But yeah, I used to read the book there that's called, I think it's The Perks of Being a Wallflower. That's very nice. I think I have finished up to um I'm not really sure which area it is. It has been so long. So if you wanna have a very cozy day and you don't wanna go outside, no, you don't wanna stay inside in a sense, because I do believe that sometimes day offs would really work if you go outside. Even if you're not an extrovert, you can go outside alone because you're gonna be looking like me. It's kind of pathetic, don't you think? But the last time, what I did was that I'm the one I wake up kinda early. Wow. My sleeping cycle's kinda off, so waking up early is really not let's say predicament for me. So I think it was also last February, I think. I woke up. We have no classes that day because it's actually a Friday, last February. It's actually a Friday. I think it's like, yeah, the 2022nd, the 2020th, and February 14th there. If that's a Friday, then yeah, it is a Friday. And then I went out, you know, I don't have anyone to come with me with. So what I did was that I went and gone to this cafe. I've gone to this cafe and I ordered one of their like frozen drinks. It's a milkshake, chocolate milkshake, but it has a s'more at the top. So basically, it's very nice. And then afterwards, that I went to watch a movie. I think the movie that I watched is called Weathering with You. It's an anime film. It is extremely beautiful. I do recommend it if you want to watch it with me next time. I mean, we can. I fancy myself through anime films, especially some Ghibli movies. I on Ghibli movies, I really like watching the Whisper of Heart. Is it that? No, Whisper of the one where the main character is an aeronautical engineer. That movie wanted me. No, that movie made me try to pursue a career on mechanical engineering, and I can work like through aeronautics. But the problem is that I sadly were not able to find any universities that are near my lodging. So uh I guess it's gonna be a dream, you know. It's just gonna be a dream. Don't worry. I am not sad at all for that. Maybe the experience is some things that gonna come, you know, soon enough. But yeah, I went and watched that movie, and then afterwards, there, I actually went into the park. Not the one that we went to earlier, because that was more of just like a series of trees. It's just all trees. But maybe I can bring you there next time. It is a park, and I forgot what area it is, but it's not. Wait, it's the park near Tokyo. I think it's Shifuya Park. I'm not really sure. I can't remember properly. But it Chiyoda. There. Chiyoda City. Yes, yes. I finally remember Chiyoda City. Basically it's like a park with like the shrine castle thingy, and then there's a lot of sakuras. And I actually have a hidden area there. It's not for me. Like it's not reserved for me at all, but nobody really comes. So yeah. If we go there, we can just go and see the trees, and there's actually like many gazebos that you can chill on, while walking. And there's actually a spring that is kinda hidden. So yeah, you can tell that I really like traveling, don't you? Maybe we can go somewhere special next time rather than just staying in the city. The bustling streets and the honking of the cars, the pollution. Yeah, sometimes I actually just want to go somewhere, Sometimes I just want to go and explore because it's new experiences, but sadly I really can't do stuff like that anymore. But yeah, Chiyoda City is very wonderful. And then afterwards that, I went into an unlimited Korean barbecue grill at dinner. And that's like the saddest part of the day, I guess, because you normally won't go into an unlimited food place, you know, unlimited Korean grill, unlimited barbecue, unlimited food. You won't normally go there by yourself. And then the server there was like, "Oh, can I get you a table for how many?" And I just go, "For one," and she just go, "Okay." And it's awkward because I'm grilling the food by myself, so I basically got like a mini table for myself. They have those smaller tables that were like good for a pair, Maybe I'll bring you there next time. Don't worry, I'm not gonna burn any food. It may not seem as it, but I actually am a very good cook. Yeah, a very good cook that has a strange obsession with pepper. I really like black pepper on my meals, so spicy. It's not extremely spicy in a sense, but it got the bite. It got something that the kabok. uh, but yeah, that's a very nice thing. Mhm. So basically, rather than having a pair, I just went on alone, and it's very sad looking. It's very nice. Hi, mate. Am I doing okay? I am. I'm just reminiscing. Oh yeah, I do apologize if I keep on talking about myself during this date. It's still my first date, please. But yeah, you don't really just enjoy Valentine's Day as the day it is. I think it's the thought of Valentine's Day, and I do greatly appreciate it that you spent your Valentine's Day with me, even though it's just like an hour or 2 hours, or even just 30 minutes. Even if you just said hi, then it's the thought that counts, okay? It's the thought that counts. Even if you just spend a single minute with someone that you greatly appreciate. Time is constantly moving. Some people are like, oh, I'm just gonna do something next time. I'm just gonna wait for the opportunities to come. But what if you regret not doing those things? It's not every day that, oh, I can choose, for example. I actually joined some competition lately. It's a writing competition, but the problem is that I was not able to submit my portfolio in time. So I guess it is the past. I am trying not to look back at it, but whenever you look back at something that you didn't do by that time, you just go be like, oh, well, well, okay then I guess. Sad. But there's also no use dwelling in the past. You will only regret the things that you haven't done, and you will only regret stuff that you have done once it already had been done. It is a strange motivation in life. I do follow a lot of strange, let's see, sayings. So my core, the one that keeps me going is like you don't need motivation or inspiration to do the things that you like. What you need is self-discipline, and I just go, woo, yes. I forgot the other quote that I also used to say a lot, but it also goes by something that um it basically the thought just goes, you are not perfect and you will never be, and perfection is a drug, but the thing is that you will never reach that high. You will never reach that highness, and great, fair enough. But yeah, it's a good thing. Whenever you try to improve on something for yourself, you will never reach perfection. You can just go and be like, oh, I'm gonna try to do this. We're eventually gonna perfection, especially for like academic group project or even just single project, individual project. You can just go and be like, oh, I I want to make this extremely beautiful and up to like the standards of competitions. But the thing is that people's standards just go high and higher. And you don't appreciate much of that because your efforts just go to waste. Eventually, you go and be like, oh, okay, then I guess. Okay. So at the moment that you have finally finished your, let's say, work, you're gonna go and admire it and you're gonna go, oh, this is so beautiful. But once that you saw another person do the same work that you did quicker and more polished, then you don't really appreciate your efforts anymore. You just go and be like, oh, well, I guess other people is actually better than me. But that's the thing. Do you think that that person had came into that position for like as they were. No, they took a lot of effort, a lot of time, especially as someone who's doing art. It, I've been constantly going on and on and on, be like, oh, other art is beautiful, and I just go and be like, ha, and I'm a potato. That is something. I am a potato, but I am having fun, and I'm having fun. So it's not really a loss. It is not really a loss. You have fun, you have experience, and you grow. Try until you succeed. Practice makes improvement. Or sometimes it's just gonna be try until you learn from experience. Sometimes you will never succeed on something. For example, if you try to learn something that you don't really fancy much, you try to learn it, then okay. But if you don't put your heart into it, then you can't really learn something by force, you know? Speaking of which, they all know that whenever it is a weird thing about me, whenever I join like competition tournaments and stuff, some of the times I actually am not extremely experienced in a lot of things. For example, I had been joining I've joined one of these competitions before. It's a video editing competition, and I just learned how to use Premiere Pro like the week before the competition proper, which is kind of it is dumb, okay? But I won the I'm sorry. I have won the award. I am first, so maybe. And yes, all of my editing skills actually went from that one week, and I'm still learning. Is something though. I think maybe it's a skill, life skill. I can learn stuff in like a single sitting. You just need to put your heart into it, you know. Or sometimes people go and be like, as long as you're passionate about something, you're gonna eventually, let's say, excel in it. But some people are just like with talent, you know. Not everyone has talent, and it's obvious because there's me. But yeah, some people do excel in a lot of things. For example, singing. No matter how much um singing or like lessons, you know, those singing workshops that you join, some people just have better vocal cords. You know, their throat does not sound as strange, or maybe their lungs are better at holding on high notes. Yeah, some people go and just be like, oh, you just need to do it until you improve because other people, they're gonna be reaching that, let's say, milestone by their hard work. But what if those people were actually not just doing their hard work, but they actually are using like their quote unquote birth talents? Is that the word? Birth talents? That just sounds weird. That talents, the board, the talents. Oh, maybe. Yeah. For example, cooking. It's a thing though. Other chefs can just go be like, I sniff. Ah, I know all of the ingredients that you used, and here I am, be like, pepper. We just put a lot of black pepper. Maybe I'll. No, tomorrow I'll actually cook for you, you know? I'm not sure if you're like planning to come by tomorrow, you know? But I wanna try on cooking digitally since everything is already digital. It reminds me of the song that goes everybody's on their phone, I'm on my phone, and something like that. I'm sorry if my voice not it's not the best at singing. I used singing as an example earlier, but the thing is that I don't have a talent for it either. I like making covers, I like singing, but I'm not just good at it, you know? I can't speak with boogie woogie woogie in a sense. Everybody's on their phones, you're on their phones. Da, da, da. And I think that is the title of the song. But in this state, I mean, this state basically is similar, you know. I will greatly appreciate it actually if one day we'll be able to go in an actual date. I I wanna bring you to places, you know. I wanna bring you to my actually favorite cafe and maybe we can go into libraries together, you know. We're gonna go into the into like the gaming area of the cafe. We're gonna order those weird ass milkshakes that you see on Instagram. The s'more milkshake, the s'more chocolate milkshake. It's diabetes on a cup, but it tastes so nice. I don't really fancy myself on a lot of sweet things, especially for like um either chocolate or coffee. I actually like some stuff quite bitter with just a tiny bit of mint. The aftertaste, like the bitter aftertaste, really keeps me going. So yeah. And then after that, maybe we can go into the park and we're gonna play on the playground. I actually have never set foot on an actual playground before. I've been through a swing set because we used to have a swing set, but I've never set foot on an actual playground. Unless if you count arcades as a playground, which is basically I haven't been to an arcade for like 6 years. ah, I am just a lot of like lost potential kind of. But yeah, and then afterwards that we're just planning out like our actual date. Maybe if we'll ever see each other, you know, you're gonna go and be like, can I hold your hand? No, you can't. My hands are like ice cold. My body temperature average is at like 32 degrees. that is actually a fact. My PE teacher made us run before. Like, you know, you have those series of exercises, and then you're gonna keep track of your resting heartbeat per minute and such, and then you're gonna go run like 10 laps around the badminton court, and then you're gonna measure your heartbeat after running. And then my heart my heartbeats went from like I think 60 something. That's the resting. Whenever I actually like relax and such. But whenever I'm kinda in a tense position, for example now, my heartbeat can go up to 100 per minute even though I'm just resting. Maybe it's the caffeine. yeah. And then like my working heartbeat went up to I think it's like 180, which is like triple of my normal heartbeat. My heart is just gonna sound like a drum roll. It just goes like yeah, yeah. If I ever go on a date, if I ever go in an actual date, maybe we'll see each other. You can't hold my hand. My hands are too cold. I wear gloves in the middle of the summer and I wear long sleeves. I'm that one kid that just always wears a hoodie no matter what temperature it is. But I also wear skirts, shorts, or dresses, so I'm the remix. Whatever the temperature is, I wear short um under let's say shirt. No, not really underpants. Is that the word? Under belt garments. But I also at the same time wear a hoodie. I am. Way. So yeah. But if ever we're on a date, I'm actually gonna dress nicely, please. I'm gonna take note of my tall and I'm gonna look down at y'all. I am a tall boy. It is actually a fact. I am a tall boy. Sometimes I bonk myself on low hanging ceilings on the transit. But yeah, after that, we're gonna go on a date. I will bring you to my favorite place, the cafe. If anything, I actually would recommend if went to the cafe together. Well, there's two cafes, but I don't really want to bring you to the dandy cafe near like the side of the what you call this, the roadside. There's a roadside cafe near the church that we went to before. So I really like that area because you can go there, be like, we just chilling, just vibing, and some of the conventions actually happen there. So it's very nice. But then these cafes I had been talking to you about is wonderful. I wanna bring you there someday. And they also have my favorite like ice cream there. It is actually it's a chocolate strawberry parfait, and then I'm gonna order like baby croissants. So basically they are like croissants, but they're at the size like their length is at your fingertip. Not really fingertip. Um, the length of the croissants is like the length of your pinky finger, and I think a serving of $3 of those baby croissants give you like 16 of those. So whenever I can't really say that whenever me and my friends were going somewhere to hang because all my friends are busy or something, so I don't really go anywhere with my friends. I've been through one place with my friend, and basically this was the mall. Yeah, but yeah, that's the cafe, and then I can bring you like to my favorite Korean barbecue grill. I really like grilling food. There are some um barbecues where you have unlimited meat. Uh, the Korean term for it is samgyeopsal and shabu shabu, and they're very nice. No, that's shabu shabu is Japanese because shabu shabu means swish swish, which is what you do to the meat. And yeah, basically that's what happened. And then you're just gonna cook the food right in front of your eyes and be like, wow. And whenever I go there, I just like pick a lot of food. And the problem is that my stomach can handle it, so I'm just gonna be like, I don't waste food. Don't worry, I don't waste food. And then after that, we can go to like the museum. I'm a weird one because I do. Y'all know how other people are like. Oh, I am not like the other girls. I would like to bring you into a museum and go to parks with you in comparison to other girls that will bring you to the mall and make you use all of your money. I'm at I'm at the like middle part because I wanna go to the malls, but I don't want to spend money. I wanna go to the malls actually, and maybe we can go and have an ice skating. I used to be really proficient. I figure skater. Yes. But let's just say something happened. My uncle got caught, and then yeah, the rest is history. I'm fine though. I'm fine. But now I can't even stand up properly on ice. My feet. Not just my feet is weak, but I think my stamina is just basically very weak. My stamina gobble. So sad. Very sad. Not true. Yeah, my stamina had not been the greatest. Okay, hear me out though. I work out, I'm a strong boy. My cardio, however, and I do have told you all already before that I have a very weak lung, asthma. It's not called. My asthma is 3-3. If that's how you consider your um fellow scan, if that's how you want to consider your asthma levels. Three. The first number is how severe, and the second number is how frequent it happens. Yep. And basically, one is like just normal, two is like um very kind still kind of tolerable, and three is very hard, and then four is like hospitalization, and then one, two, three, four is basically the frequency. So I'm a three. I always, whenever I get tired, very weak lungs, I cry. And yeah, I'm a strong boy, but I can't do cardio. My body, it no like the cardio. But don't worry, I'm fine. I'm managing. I'm managing. And I've been doing some kind of chill stuff, so we're fine. This is actually it's a very state secret. I am not supposed to drink coffee because coffee. Here's the thing: if you have like a heart condition, actually, you're not supposed to drink coffee. You can't eat ice cream and such as that. There's a lot of things that you shouldn't do. Do I listen? No. So sorry if I'm gonna put the mood down because I'm talking about me being sick. Don't worry, I'm extremely used to it. If if you get sick, you need to take care of yourself. But for me, it's not just sick, but I wanna enjoy my life on the fullest. There are some things that we can do for the state of time. I mean, maybe one day nothing else will be the same and everything's okay. The thing about it is that whenever you get attached to something, then once that something is freed from you, then you're just gonna be sad. You're just gonna be sad. Oh, I I didn't notice the time. I was only supposed to bring you. Oh no, I didn't notice the time. I only was about to bring you for like an hour. Wait, and yes, it's getting dark outside. I should bring you home before your parents get worried. I'm a good girl. I'm gonna bring you home. Don't worry. And then I guess, shall we go then? Um, let's go to the car. I believe I bought my car. Before we go, maybe we can go for a drive. You know, maybe we can go for a drive. Say goodnight. Yes. Just up that way. Okay. It's it's not a far walk. It's not a far walk. Don't worry. I I do have the manager. I have contacts on having contacts whenever you do something is very nice because you just go and be like, "Hello, it is my oh yep, that's my car. Can you just yep and don't worry. I'm not gonna I am not gonna put us in danger. Okay, I'm not gonna put us in danger. There's a drive. This is actually one of my favorite thing whenever like I have the time. I have this extremely strange addiction to it's not addiction, please. Don't don't make it sound so bad. But I really like having I really like driving whenever it's night. It's like extremely peaceful, and then I mean it is scary because sometimes you just don't know what's gonna happen, and it's just as it is. Maybe, oh, whoopsies, that's a hump. I might get a little preoccupied. But I enjoy talking with you, and I'm sad that our time together is gonna, it's gonna be shortened, but still, it's just, yep, the areas from here to there is just gonna be a short drive. It's just gonna be a short drive. Don't worry, don't worry. I've been enjoying driving to this specific area lately because it is kinda okay, you know? Whenever I go for a drive, I try to find like the most chill area if there's possibly something. It's it's kinda hard to go out of the bustling city, you know? The city is just still be like so full of life. I don't understand why people wanna stay in the city because countryside is very nice. I've been through the countryside a lot of times already, and it is peaceful, but I think it's the chaos that makes me want to keep going. Let me just turn it up. I'm using like the signal lights. Don't worry, the signal light work. And is that the exit? Mm, I think we're approaching the exit. Don't worry, I know where we're going. And don't worry, I'm gonna bring you back in one piece, okay? I've With 3 years of driving experience, I am proud to say I've never been in a driving accident. That I am the one who is at fault, okay? Would it be kind of sad if I just started talking about oh, that type of thing? And yep, after this, I'm just gonna go and find the thing. Just gonna go and ta-da, there's something. Yep, yep. And there you go to the exit. Don't tell anyone about this. It's gonna be our own special thing. It's gonna be our own special thing. So this was under the table. Yep. Voila. This was. Don't worry. I'm not gonna bring you anywhere not safe. Okay. I'm not gonna bring you somewhere that's not safe. Okay. This is basically just a huge loop. So at the end of this, we should arrive at our home shortly. Yeah, so I found this area while I was looking for something, you know? It's not a physical item. You can just go and be like, oh, I'm looking for something, and you just say, what are you looking for? And I'm gonna be dramatic and I'm just gonna go be like, I'm looking for myself. I'm looking for myself. I'm looking for the sanity that I will have probably left for. But still. Oh yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit to unlock. Don't tell others. This area is actually kind of secluded, and this is a two-way road. Don't worry, don't worry. There's no just there's no nothing's bad gonna happen, okay? In here, nothing's bad is gonna come to you. Maybe I will, but I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna set the mood, okay? Oh yeah, maybe I just want to find someone to enjoy this dinner with you. I've never been, vibing as much with someone. It is a pain, but there's a lot of things that I want to consider as I'm trying to find a friend such as that. But I guess I can trust you. Okay, this road may seem kind of spooky, but it's just the lack of lighting. We're still near the city. It's a huge loop that goes around a certain subdivision. Actually, yeah. So basically, it's a mountainside that goes around, not really around, it's like about on like mountains. And then at the end, it just goes down. So what happens is that we are constantly looking up until at the end. The end is near your the the place where you live. So I found out by this, and I just like maybe I can show it to you this one day. I frequent this driving area because there's only ever now and then that a car is gonna pass us by, so it's fairly dim. But I don't really suggest that you go and be like, oh, then close the lights and enjoy the full darkness. Also, if you ever went into a countryside late at night, close every single light that's on, and just look up. There's a huge chance that you're gonna actually see a galaxy underneath you. Those dramatic stuff, when some main character of a novel, a movie, or something like collapses into the grass and starts crying, and then they're gonna put their hands up and be like, and then they're gonna open their hands, and they just go, the stars, they shine for me. That is how it feels. I knew that because when I went to the countryside before, I actually were somehow unfortunate. All of the electricity ran out, so the the hotel that I was staying at, it's not a hotel. I think it's like an Airbnb. I stayed there, and what happened was that I was too, let's say, uncomforted inside the Airbnb, and they have a balcony. So I went outside. I made some coffee in the middle of the night because I can't really sleep without anything like in the background noise. I'm still having a lot of nightmares about it. But even waking up, I think my body's getting weaker because I can't really sleep properly. But still, you know. And yeah, so when I got to the balcony, everything was dark. And I was kind of in the middle of the woods. It's not middle of the woods. I think it's just like it's away from the city, but not far away enough that if you got kidnapped, nobody will get a trace of you. It's the type of far away that you're just gonna, when you want to relax, when you want to escape the city, if you want to say goodbye to the world for a short while of time, you want to disconnect through the internet, you just go somewhere. It doesn't have to be somewhere expensive. You can go and be like, oh, I want to go and disconnect to the reality. I'm gonna go to Maldives. Maldives are main. Yummy. To the main. But maybe sometimes all you just need is to unwind. You know, taking a break is never a bad idea. Believe me, and it's for the better. I should know. I still have the bad, you know, I'm still bad. Your friend broke his leg. Oh no. Yes, go. If your friend is in trouble, go and accompany them. And call a medical professional. Come on now. Or at least tell their parents, because their parents might care. Okay, if there's an emergency, I usually also do be in an emergency, so I understand that. If something bad happens, call someone that knows what they're doing. Maybe it be gonna be your parents or their parents, because as someone underage, there's not a lot of things to do. Or call 911 or the local emergency hotline. I am not the worst person to tell this about. I know how to handle my emergency. I actually have a certificate that I can properly or professionally do CPR. And that's the perks of a medical student. So whenever you're in trouble, then I am in need. Yeah, if something bad happens, call someone who knows what they're doing. Call maybe your parents or their parents. Or if something very bad happened, like you're bleeding or something, call an actual medical professional. Don't try to move that person. Someone, for example, if someone broke their leg while you're playing on the playground, you don't know what to do. Don't try to move the person because the more you move it, the more you'll be in pain and there's a chance of dislocation. I know, I know my way through medical terms, of course. There's a lot of medical terminologies that I know. I have a certificate on a lot of things. I can properly CPR a person, and I have uh, I can do first aid. I also have a certificate like license. It's not even certificate in a sense. It's a license. But this but yeah, it's a license that you are aware, you know. You should be aware on what you're doing and such. There's a lot of things before because I actually wanted to be a doctor ever since I was young. But not really. I want to be an ocean biologist, like marine ecology, or I want to be an aeronautical engineer because I got fascinated with the idea of flying cars in the future, and yet here we are just suffering in traffic. I mean, currently we have no traffic just because it's a secluded area. Other people don't know that maybe you know the wrong turns in life, maybe it can bring you into something bad, but there's also a possibility that it's gonna bring you something good. Oh, totally. Yeah. When I was a kid, those were my aspirations, but what happened was that there for the marine ecology, my father actually doesn't approve of it because well my current father, yeah, he doesn't approve of it because his work, like his field of work is also marine. Like it's also in the seas. And when I told him that I want to pursue something marine, they're like, there's enough of our family that's on the seas. And I was just like, okay, fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's probably for the best. They probably know what they're doing. But still, my last father and my last mom, they're actually just extremely chill. They just go and be like, oh, so that's what you want? Then alright, as long as you don't hurt other people. And that's where I got my extremely, not really positive outlook in life. An extremely mm, optimistic look in life. And I mean, they're not wrong. They're the opposite of the mean parents trope. I miss my last mom and dad, but sadly it's been like what, 20, 30 years. Uh, the only thing if you're immortal is that you need to deal with a lot of losses and a lot of sad things. You need to deal with a lot of loss, and then your relationships. You need to know how to let go. But don't worry, I will never forget about you again. I'll never. Even if we meet again after the next life, I will still find you. Don't worry. Not to put the mood down or anything, but still. But yeah, when you're immortal, then you just have to deal with it, you know? People just go, when I'm immortal, I'm gonna do all the reckless things. There's a thing about immortality and being forever, what you call that again? Immortality and forever young. Forever young? Um, eternal youth. There. Eternal youth. Your cells just don't die in a sense. Or like they regenerate fast enough that they just continuously like quote unquote clone. But if I stab, you still die. How did we learn that? How did I learn that? That's a question for another day. Immortal, however, you just accept the pain. Some people told me that I should be numb to it already, but you can never get numb. Well, because you can just get used to the pain. It's like the same when you're working on something or cooking. The first time that you get a burn, you just go be like, "Oh, I had a burn. Gonna put ice over it." But at the next time, like after like 100 burns, you're just gonna go, "Oops, ouch," and move on to your day. It's like hardships in life is just continuous, and you just need to deal with it. And that's just how life goes. You know, nothing in life is very beautiful, but sometimes immortality do come a long way. I tried never to be in jail because the problem on being in jail is that you have like forever in jail, a life sentence, not like a death sentence, but you're just gonna be in jail forever. Now, just think of it, how it's gonna be confusing if you've been in jail and you're immortal and you don't have like, because other are like, you spent 5 years in jail, you're free or something. What if you're immortal, and you're gonna be in jail forever? The guards are just gonna be confused. How? I mean, that happened when I was in confinement. There's this era, like I think it's like 18, no, no, 1870s is my favorite because of the fashion. But before 1870s, I think I'm like, um, hmm, uh, Roman calendars really confused me. I'm so sorry. Roman calendars really confused me ever since they added the Roman calendars and then they keep on moving. As of now, it's very understandable, but if you try to look back, then you're just gonna be confused because there's gonna currently the years are like BC, like before Christ, and then ADE and such as that, and then the current years are like 2022, yeah. But then if you lived before and you try to comprehend it, before we didn't call it like 1980s or like 1670s. We just call it as like the no, we don't have constellations by that time. We don't have the years. We just have the seasons. Like seasons pass and then such as that. So the day is still a day, but the way that we measure the day is like sunrise and sunset. Sunrise and sunset. Sunrise means the end of the day, and sunset. Sorry, I'm just combobulated. The sunset means it's the end of the day. Moon high means it's midnight, and then yeah, sunrise means the start of the day. That's just about it. And then the concept of weeks are not really a thing. And then how to measure like the periods of time, we just use the seasons, like snow season, some spring season and such. And if you live into somewhere without any seasons, then they have I'm not really sure. I think it's the philosophers that use like the position of the moon. But yeah, it's the days that they they don't usually use exact dates, so it's not as painful. They just go and be like in about how many moons. Oh yeah, yeah, that's how they work on months. Um, they work on months, quote unquote months, by using the moon. Talking about past feels like talking my past about you feels so surreal. Because you don't know if I'm lying or you don't know if I'm telling the truth. You just have to consider it. But yeah, speaking of like past, like immortality and such, there's this experience we used to have before. Like there are certain people that are actually immortal, and some of them are just blessed with paternal youth. But the problem in paternal youth is that some of them have been burnt, and they're like, oh, witches and such, and you just go, right? If you're eternal youth, then you just need to suffer and then you die. If you're immortal, however, your skin turns, you become like a barbecue, and then you quote unquote like you pretend to die, okay? You'll pretend. And then there's always this like people who tries quote unquote to clean up the area, and then they're just gonna go be like, okay, this is it. They're gonna bury you. But since that your lungs don't really need it anymore, you're just gonna find a new body and be like, there you go. The problem is that whenever they're, I think it's about 1800s, there's like a splurge of like paintings. There's like the realistic paintings, and oh my dear God, it's scary if your face gets painted because you're just gonna go, oh no, they'll know. Hello, Drama. Welcome to this game. Oh, you missed the majority of the date stream. I'm so sorry, mate. But yeah, I'm taking you home already. It's kinda is late. Like, I need to find a better topic to talk about. I'm so sorry. Look at the stars. Wait, there's a song that goes the Starling dance to this famous movie. Yeah, the song. There's a lot of songs that just pass by. Whenever I have my fair share of like good songs in my time. But currently, if you all consider like looking for like playlists, I do recommend checking on um was that bedroom pop, I guess? Yeah, bedroom pop. I do mean like some bedroom pop in indie music. Yep. Happy Valentine's to you too. Yeah. And thank you for like sharing a moment in this Valentine's Day. Yeah. This is still kind of, in a sense, it is comfy, like comfy cozy because we're sharing the Valentine's Day together. But it's for me, it is kind of sad because it's actually my first ever Valentine's date. That's not like a relative. What I do whenever there's like the Valentine's Day, I just ask like one of my cousins, and we just go be like, can we, can we go enjoy discounts together? And we just go, okay. But yeah, it is still. I'm not sure if what's the time already. The time has been constantly moving, but ever so changing. I'm not sure what is the time, but yes, you all need to appreciate every day. Not even just Valentine's Day. Here's the thing: you don't need to wait for Valentine's Day to enjoy a good date or a good day with someone that you fancy or you appreciate. Because some people are like, oh, look at this couple, they're going out on Valentine's Day. How adorable. You can still do that thing without, being drive faster. We will miss the school bus. Are you going to school? It's already night. Aren't you supposed to go home though? I'm taking you home. Don't worry. I will make sure that we're safe and, you know, we're gonna be safe. Even if it's the last thing that I'll do. Should I drive faster? Is that more of your style? I mean, if you want to go home, then I guess you can drive faster. It's still kind of a long stretch, but don't worry, I will contact your parents after the after the date, and I'll tell them that it's traffic. If anything, let's say you can't really predict in this time, it's the traffic. It's the traffic in the city. What's gonna happen? It's just the traffic. So you can't really say that the traffic is very good because it's about the date. I did take you already on a date, but seems that you were, let's say, unaware. this is gonna be published on YouTube. Maybe just to break character. But yeah, I'm gonna break in character. I'm gonna break in character for like a date and such. But yeah, it is actually a fact that this is my first date. In a sense, I still, I still kind of wish that one day I'm still right next to in a car. Yeah, but I mean, we can just enjoy the scenery, you know? There's a thousand stars among us. Among us. But still, it's, it's still a part of the date. I'm just not sure. Are we lost? Oopsies, no, I'm just kidding. Well, it is a detour, right? So yeah. But yeah, it is my first ever date, like an actual Valentine's. All of the other Valentine's Day, I just spent it alone. So very happy that you get to, enjoy this time with me, in a sense. Even though it's just for a moment, even though it's just a mistake, mistake was a mistake. uh, I am like this. Well, when I was a little bit younger than this, I wanna say, yeah, it's time for it. Hey, I have my driver's license. I've been driving for the past 3 years. Okay, I'm a very responsible driver. I've never been into a driving incident, and I've never text and drive. Call, yes, probably, but Bluetooth headphones and AirPods are okay. So yeah, when I was a little bit younger than currently, I actually before whenever there's like Valentine's Day, I have like these scenarios where for example, I go into a date with someone I like and then we gonna go into like a fancy restaurant together. We're gonna have some pasta. I don't know why is it always pasta. I think I just I have a strange fascination to noodles. I don't know why. My go-to food whenever I'm quite hungry is actually just pasta like spaghetti the spaghetti pasta, the long boys. I just boil them in water, oil, and a little bit of salt. And then afterwards that I just put like a little bit of cheese at the top, and basically that's just my go-to food. I don't really enjoy the food by the taste. But can you place another interesting? Let me say, um, I mean, tomorrow's there's gonna be an extension, quote unquote extension of our date because it is kind of late already. Tomorrow, cooking simulator. Yeah, I've been trying to go to some fancy games. I wanna play some RPGs, but the problem on on the RPGs is that my ability to like story it's gonna work and be like, oh, here's the story, and some people are like, no, it's a sad story, and I'm just there. My attention is half span, and I just go, well, alright then. I think it's just like my attention span's just bad. Some people don't think that it's safe for the car to stall and break down. Yeah, if if wait, if the car is installing, right? What? You know how to cook. But I need to show my talent. Some people actually think that I suck at cooking. But come on, I've I've had like 2 years of experience cooking, please. Rather than bringing it in my room, can we just like enjoy a fancy lunch together? This is a very underrated thing, I think. But I think whenever you go out and take someone on a date and then we like let's say go in a dinner or a lunch, I think it is less as appreciated rather than cooking the food yourself. Like for example, an actual dinner date where you go home and then you cook, and after you cook, you just enjoy a nice movie. I just did. Wait, is it stalling? Don't worry, we're gonna be home. You're gonna be home soon. I think we're already halfway. I did took a turn, right? Oh, it recounts. I think. Oh, this car is the lever car. The one that goes R 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me just move to the level thingamabob. The clutch. Yeah, it might be low on gas. Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. I just for this date, I made sure that I have enough gas. Yeah, maybe it's just because of the what you call it, the clutch. I know how to drive all types of the car, like the stick, the automatic, the manual. So just saying, just saying. I have drove a truck once if you wanna consider it. And you will teach me how to go. I mean, that's greatly appreciated. Say Pikachu. Like the Pikachu. 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 One day, I'm gonna work into like the voice, let's say, voice actor industry, and I'm just gonna like voice, I don't know, a door or something. They all have or have like participated in a play, and you just see participated or like seen a play, and then you just see like this one sad child that plays as a tree or as a bush. Before I actually did that. When I was, I guess, a little younger, I was in a play. I think the play was a rendition of Snow White. Yeah, is it Snow White? Yeah, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I played as the bird. Isn't that like? So imagine me in a full bird costume, like the one that you have. What you call that? The one that you have feathers, like actual feathers, and you just see me like full suit of feathers, and I just go like tweet tweet. And whenever there's like a musical piece, we're just gonna actually sing. Ain't that just cursed? Fuel pumps are about 200 to 450 in dollars. Uh, cheap is still. That's that's not cheap at all. That's not cheap at all. Do I play Seven Deadly Sins Chronicles? I sadly don't. I don't really play much as people could think. I actually don't play much games. I play the games on stream. Like, I play sometimes in Genshin and sometimes Minecraft or some RPG or just some funny games. But whenever like I don't have anything to do, I actually just read books. Lately, I've been vibing through Sherlock Holmes stories. I don't know why. I just find it fancy. I just finished the first book, like the Scarlet Letter. Wait, no, that's Hawthorne. Parts for cars can get more expensive. Yeah, it also depends on the model of the car. This is like a weird thing, but I actually enjoy myself some vintage cars. Not just the brand, like not just Volkswagen or in a sense, but I do enjoy me some not really vintage cars. No, don't say sorry, sweetie. Don't worry. Don't say sorry. You're fine, okay? It's gonna be alright. Don't worry. Yeah, older cars, because the thing about new cars, most of them are like, for example, a Tesla. I have rode a Tesla and it just feels like a moving chair, a moving like comfy chair. but the chair isn't that comfy. Yeah. And yeah, older cars were nice because yeah, they do last longer, but sometimes when you try to have it repaired, it's not the best condition because, for example, the parts are hard to find, or sometimes they can't go up to certain terrain because of the horsepower. Yeah, older cars are just fancy. Some people think that, for example, you buy new cars, Mercedes, for example. I mean, it is a very nice car. You have fancy model, can go up, but I think it's just more of like a classy in a way. And some of the cars, like the new cars, they just have like a lot of maintenance. We used to have a car that's like, I guess it's gonna go about 20 years from now. So it's not an old car in a sense, but at the same time it's also not a very new model. It's like just right model. My car is probably like as old as the chat. Oh no. As old as my date. Oh no. Loan used to come and wrap the rocket and everything. No, don't. At least have it repaired afterwards. Mommy boom boom. I wanna put like I wanna put a sexual innuendo there, but you know what? I shall not. I shall not for amen. And I'm pretty sure that most of y'all will know what I mean, but you know what? I'm taking you home to your home, okay? You're going back to your home and you need to get some proper rest, okay? You saw a car from the 1900s that got fixed in less than a day and drove. I mean, if it's properly maintained, because some of the cars just broke down. For example, a rat nibbled into like the wires or stuff, or maybe it's like the gas tank got a hole, it's like eroded. But some of the cars are like, it's just properly kept. Like it's there, it is old, but it's not as dusty or like it's clean or such as that. Such as that in the front car. Damn. Then I guess they're gonna be so, what you call it, talented then. Mice be like, wire snap. Wire snap. Yum yum. They just get electrocuted. That actually happened because my current parents have I'm not sure if the brand Toyota is very formidable in the other countries, but for Asian countries there's like a brand for cars like Toyota. And that Toyota was like, I think 15 years in a sense. Money was, yeah. And then what happens that one day the car isn't moving, like the car isn't starting, like it just goes like brrr, brrr, and then it does not go into like the full engine moving. So when they opened like the trunk, there's just like a dead rat fried. It is brutal, okay, it is brutal. it it is sad, but still it is funny, okay. It is funny. The poor rat just wants. Why does rats snack on clothes? Why? I I know that some rats, or like most of the rats, actually should not snack on cheese because cheese is that's a big mirror. I got it adjusted because it's hard to see, and I do kawaii voice. Like what kawaii voice? The one that like high pitched. Is this voice kawaii? Um, I think so. I'm not sure if the microphone properly fixed it, but yeah, I've been listening to the voice. So yesterday, before this date, yesterday or earlier today, actually, before the date, like 8 hours before the date, I actually was still streaming. So I was listening to the VOD while preparing for the date. Wink, wink, assets.
and some of the areas, my voice is just like so muffled because I was so far from the microphone. So as of now, I have my microphone directly so near from me to the point where I feel like if I eat like the fries or the what you call this fish and chips on the baggage, I can hear like the chomp chomp. I do me like some fish and chip. If you all have ever went into the UK, Brighton, like is Brighton the one with the seaside? The seaside arcade. There's like yeah, I think it's Brighton, the one with the mini theme park arcade thingy, and they have like basically it's like the seaside, and they have like the best fish and chips um and the fish and chips and the dipping sauce, very nice. Ratata. Ratata. I played Pokemon once. It was not nice. What if the road is just loop? I mean, we can't really tell. What if we encounter the bad spirit and then we're just here now? We're just here now. The road will just like flash white and then we're gonna be on another dimension. I mean, to be fair, I think I've been driving quite slowly. I wanna enjoy the date as it is, you know? But I need to bring you home in like 17 minutes or else your parents will get concerned and I don't want that. I don't want that. I want I want your parents to know that they're gonna be safe in my hands. The road behind us is gone. Reality is just looping. We're all in a full circle. This is just a simulation. That's specific. I mean, yeah. I totally prepared everything. Like, I totally prepared this date for a short amount of time. I think, yeah. After like the day, the not the stream earlier, I was like, I am so prepared for the date. And now, no, what are you doing with that gun? What are you doing with that? Is that a water gun? Or is that Nerf gun? Have you all ever tried airsoft? That's how like my brain works. I got robbed before. It's not a very nice experience. I broke their arm. I'm sorry. Me be like, oh no, a robber. What should I do? Watering tool. Ah, yes. You just have like a water gun, and when your mom just says, "Can you water the flowers for me, dear?" And you're just gonna go outside with a water gun, be like, pew pew. But yeah, what happened was that I was in a transit, and when I went like down the transit, I took a bus. I'm going home, so I think they were starting to follow me. Do I just like excel in the sense of like ex- exude some bourgeois presence? This person smells rich, and I'm just here be like, I might be rich, but please, I'm snacking on pasta without sauce. So yeah, they like followed me home, and when I went down the bus, because our subdivision is particularly dark. When you went into the subdivisions, the only thing that lights up are the houses, which is like a whole kilometer away from the road. They have the gates that's just so far away. We went to your friend's house and they had a small hose that goes to their flowers and it was on a timer. Oh, that's adorable. Is it like the water sprinkler thingy? The one that goes peace, 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 and that's fun. But what if rain? But yeah, what happened was that after that incident thingy, it's kind of dark, and I think I was like halfway from the station to my house. I mean, I can just call my parents, I can just call my parents, or I can just leave the car near the parking lot so I can drive way home. But going through a walk when it's like the middle of the night, this feels just so comforting, but at the same time, it's very scary. It's very scary, no? So yeah, they were like, I'm not sure if it's an actual gun. Wait, I'm pretty sure that it's not a real gun now because an actual gun is actually kind of heavy. Is this a fun fact? I actually have like an actual katana, like know those Japanese stores, like an actual katana that you can slice someone with. I sliced my hand, so I accidentally like sliced a part of like my arm when I was like, oh, a katana. Is it authentic? And the person is like who is selling it, yeah, it is authentic. So I went and be like, if it's authentic, can it cut like my hand? And they were like, please don't try. But then yeah, your your boy's a dumbass. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I bought it. I'm gonna have it decorated soon. Silencers real life don't work as quiet as movies. Yeah, actually, yeah, silencers in like I did have held a gun. I have a shotgun. I have a shotgun. I have a license. Okay, I have a license. I have a license. Can you say Ekosoporostron? Is that it? Ekosoporoshon. Explosion. Yeah, they don't really silence. I guess it depends on the model, but the one that I managed to held still have like a mini kabook, or like it have like in a sense. I should not put my hands off the wheel. They're quiet but not soundless. It's still in a sense. If you're near, you can hear it because like firing an actual gun. If you're like in the vicinity, is actually extremely loud. I should know there's like riots outside the subdivision for quite a while, and my house is near the entrance, so basically, I think silencers. It's like in a sense mufflers. Okay, mate. I'll see you soon. Bye, mate. Some places it's illegal to own, but where you're from is legal. With proper paperwork and fingerprints. Yeah, if you wanna own a gun, hopefully you won't. There are some areas that like you can't own a gun. That's illegal. And then there are some. It's an amendment, right? That you can own firearms for what you call it, for protection. Just gonna no. Basically, what I'm taking on a date is like a body with the collective soul of I don't know 10 people, 10 people at max. The void in minimum. So basically, in a sense, I was like an amendment. Oh yeah, I don't. I'm not from America, so I'm not yet familiar with the laws, but I'm familiar with some amendments. I know. I think I have like a few weeks of studies. I have books, like I have notes on like all of the amendments, but I can't really remember everything properly. But I can state what is, in a sense, right and wrong by law. When you are old, you just find fun, in everything. If you're immortal, the only thing that you're gonna battle is boredom, and that's a fact. You'll actually know if you want to have a degree on everything. You want to go to college, you want to go and study everything. It's gonna take you about 100 years more, and continuous because they're like adding new curriculums and such. So you won't take like any quote unquote high school or elementary as long as you can have like the papers. But for university, you just need like either, yeah, 7 years per course maximum. If you're dumb, then maybe more. But yeah, it's like collective soul. You're just like the voices in someone's head, and then this someone is like this POV, the body that you possess is going on a date with Skyrim. Still, it's you, and I enjoy your company. So, yeah, and the monthly, you and your 87 nap in your days there was a pandemic for 3 years. Oh no. When I was when I was your age, we used to deal with this pandemic that made us haggle toilet paper and stay in our houses for 3 years. COVID 37, no. You just like have the shots in pills rather than having it in an injection. You just have it in like pills that you take monthly. Ugh, I hate injections. They all know that if you actually went back in time, you're gonna cause like death, like massive death count, because there's a lot of viruses that their body is still not accustomed to, but your body is already used to, because what you call that again? I forgot. Evolution, adaptation. I'm telling China not to eat that. Then all the it's not just the bat. Ah yes, the bat soup. It is kind of funny because it got memed so hard. Like I saw the meme before, you know. I'm not very much internet person, but I saw the meme and it's like the bat, you know, the bat goes wow, and the bat was in the soup, and then people are like, oh, bat soup, haha, funny. And then a week later, COVID was like presented, and they were like, it was the bat soup all along. There actually a study. Before COVID ever happened, I actually managed to stumble upon a study that says that there's a chance that if you eat bats, like wild bats, there's a chance that there's gonna be an infectious disease that's gonna, let's say, bombard like a plague. And like, well, I feel like I'm just from the past. And yeah, I mean that's why scientific studies are a thing. Ooh, I think I think we're almost close, chat. That is, can we just no? Don't kill the bats. The bats didn't do anything wrong. If anything, we should kill the humans. I'm just kidding. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't do the humans like that. Yeah, I think we're actually approaching. I guess I should say my goodbyes then. This date had been quite a blast. I guess we spent most of our date like running around. Maybe next date I will bring you into somewhere more comfortable, you know? Maybe you can choose. we're just gonna we're just gonna like arrive in like what you call it? We're gonna arrive at those extremely discomforting amusement parks. Oh yeah, what if we have a date in an amusement park? Wouldn't that be fun? I've never actually been into a proper amusement park before. I have been in an amusement park and I have rode a singular ride. I guess if you didn't eat things not supposed to eat them, to be fair, yeah. If we were just listening to the world and like, yeah, still, that's like their specialty, being a pain in the butt, you know? As it gives them character. But yeah, wait. Hmm. And let me just. Yeah, I think we're approaching your village. Alright, things we're not supposed to eat. China, no. China, no pass. China, yes. Yes, facts. Come on now, come on now. Don't do China like that. Don't do China like that. China did nothing wrong. This is this is kind of funny because as someone who's like Chinese, I also blame China. I also blame China. It's all their fault. I'm just kidding, not really. But still, in a sense, yeah. But uh, but yeah, we're actually approaching the village. So I guess I'll say my goodbyes now. Yeah, I have a lot of fun for today. I'm looking forward. Maybe next time I'll bring you somewhere more comfortable. I'm not really sure if I can answer that question. I'm not sure. Maybe you have to check it out. I think they just got sick. I'm not really familiar. I know that the first person to pass is not the man that ate the bat. It's not the man behind the bat. But yeah, oops. What? What? Yeah, we're. I guess we're already there. We're already here. So sad. I'm gonna. I'm gonna see you next time, right? I'm gonna see you all next time. I'm gonna keep you all updated either by messaging you on Twitter or Discord. But I have fun for this date. Thank you. Yep. Remember to take care, okay? I'm sorry that this is such a short-handed conversation, but still, stay safe, okay? Goodbye.